Thank you so much for making the time, Yolanda Mulwa, on Sugar and Spice. A little sweet, a little spicy. Now, today on What Around Town, how do you know that a relationship is going nowhere? I have a friend of mine, and he says he's done just about everything for his relationship. Not a young lad, someone my age, slightly older. And I don't know. I feel like we need to stop romanticizing so many things, including romance. Stay with me. Wait first. There's some sense to it. Sometimes you feel like love is the only thing that carries the day. And if you've been in a relationship that has spanned, maybe 5 years, 2 years, you'll know that love is not the only thing that will carry the relationship. Sometimes you start seeing the cracks. If you don't deal with them early, basi nyumba inabomoka. Your whole house comes tumbling down. So it's good to start seeing the signs early in advance. But how do you know that the relationship is going nowhere? In my opinion, there's a one sentence answer. When you've stopped trying. When you stop trying is the day the relationship goes nowhere. Otherwise, I don't think there's anything that's unfixable, unless it's abuse. If you're listening to this conversation, if you're watching us from wherever, if you're being beaten in your relationship, it is going nowhere. That's the only time where there's no but and if or. Abuse of any kind, whether it's mental, emotional, financial abuse or physical abuse. I'm not here for that jam. Cindy, it's not my jam, should not be your jam. We're talking about a healthy relationship. How do you know that a relationship is going nowhere? Yolanda's answer? When you stop trying. Yeah. When you stop trying is the day it's done. So, but there's always signs. There's always signs on both sides, to him, to her. And if you feel like you're always in limbo, like you don't know where you all stand, hata unaogopa kuuliza, like something's shifted between you guys. You're not as free as you used to be with each other. If your emotional connection has unpaired, disconnected, then maybe you're not going anywhere. Maybe you're not going anywhere. And if the trying is one-sided, if I'm the only one who's trying and the other party is not trying, then we're definitely going nowhere, because it takes two to tango in relationship manenos. If you're circling the mountain, you keep having the same fights and no solutions. Same fight, it means you're not learning and growing as a couple. Yeah, the same. Can you imagine telling someone, even you, just imagine your boss, whoever your supervisor is, trains you on something, you get it wrong. The next quarter, you're trained on the same thing, you get it wrong. You're trained on the same thing, the year passes, and the second year, and the third year, and the fourth year, your company has every right to let you go and bring someone who at least can get with the program. Yeah? So if you're having the same conflicts and you don't seem to come to tangible solutions, then maybe it's time to call it a wrap and admit that your relationship is going nowhere. And something else, when you guys avoid talking. Have you ever gone to people's houses and there's so much calm? Like, these people would not solve conflict because they would rather just stay quiet and not fix anything. Sometimes silence is not golden, not in relationships. You have to try and hash things out and fix things, and you can only fix them by communicating. Not communicating, many people think it's so peaceful here. Is it though? John, is it though? You imagine a future without them. Yani mpaka umeanza kupanga mmetoka kwa we, sasa mmeingia kwa I. When I am 40, I plan to sasa umeacha partner wako wapi? And inconsistency. When someone stops planning for your future, and when someone is inconsistent, and you know what I'm saying, then it's probably time to just call it quits and wrap it up, Cindy, so you don't waste each other's time. But all these things are just like on the surface. If you really want to fix any of those things that I've said, imagine the ball is in your court. You can absolutely fix. And there's nothing that's unfixable in a relationship unless your partner dies or unless your partner is abusive. Otherwise, hizo zingine, you can speak, you can sit down with a third party to help you guys come up with amicable, and clear, rules for your relationship. And you can also go for couple counseling. Najua Afrika mpindi hizo vitu. So thank you so much. Let me know where you're listening from on 40127. That's my short code. And it's toll free. And you can also at me on the socials. You can speak to me via our social media platforms at SpiceFM KE. And I'll tell you about the SG All-in-One app a little later. But first, let me read some messages from you. Mwinyi Gakuria is in the house guessing today's Music Mania challenge. You say, last night a DJ saved my life by In Deep. You're absolutely correct. That was the answer. And I'll say hi to MC Kadida Peter from Kiambu. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also, Daily Tips. Sasa unajita Daily Tips kwa Facebook. Steven on X says, conversations are forced and they are one directional. Everything you do feels forced. You feel drained and alone by being in the relationship. Let me tell you something many even married people can tell you. Sometimes people are lonely even in marriage. I'm serious. You can actually be lonely in a room full of people. So, Stephen, I absolutely agree with you. Let me check out 40127. I see. Hello, Yolanda. Welcome back. You did not play my request, but enjoying the show from Mombasa. Thanks, Peter. I actually played your song. I don't know how you didn't hear it. You say, thank you. Always listening. Good day, Peter, Mombasa. Morning, Jaber, my relatives. Welcome back. When he or she isn't introducing you to their parents or relatives. Oh, yeah, that's a dead giveaway. Sinikweli. Nikweli. I told you, as especially, this is, I'm not saying that men are the most notorious for this, but if the only time he takes you out is at night, you have been reduced to sauna. You, my friend, are a mosquito. Why are you? I'm serious. You are not his girlfriend. Yeah, the only time he takes you out, like you are a bat, kama popo or sauna. Do you see mosquitoes during the day? You're just a mosquito, just you're doing what? When those are telltale signs that you guys are not on the same page in your relationship. They've refused to introduce you to their parents. They've refused to introduce you to their relatives. They've refused to introduce you to their friends. You only hang out alone, the two of you, all the time, and mostly at night. My friend, you're not in a relationship. We will buy for you insecticide because you are a mosquito. Let's listen to some of your comments. But the conversation continues on the socials. How do you know that a relationship is going nowhere? 40127. Let's unpack.
Okay, what was your initial conversation about it? What did you guys talk about when you guys were starting this relationship? That's it.
When it comes to responsibilities, no one wants to take any responsibility for anything. Either you had a quarrel or something happened between your conversations and nobody wants to accept the fault, or no one wants to sit down and have the hard conversations. That is
when there are issues emerging from nowhere, like phone issues, mbona umechelewa, some stupid issues that don't make sense.
How do I know if a relationship is going nowhere? Well, if we are stuck in the same space, I'm talking, be it mentally or how can I put it? I'm trying to put it in a way that if there's no progress between the two of us, because we are supposed to be challenging each other to move to different zones. So if you're not moving to different levels in life, that relationship is not taking you anywhere. We are here to help each other conquer the next level. So if you're not, it's not going anywhere.
The relationship is going nowhere when both of you stop putting in effort. Like there's no excitement, no meaningful conversations, and no plans for the future. And then you find yourself constantly questioning your place in their life, feeling emotionally disconnected, and noticing that problems never get resolved. and then instead of growing closer, you feel stuck in the same patterns with no progress or vision of building a life together.
When you both find yourself you are stuck in this toxic loop, okay, like you start making up arguments so that you can keep things interesting. You see, 1 minute you are mad at each other for something little, yet again you know that you can be fixed through a simple conversation. No.
When someone is not too careful with you, when someone doesn't give you attention, when someone is not committed, and when someone talks rude or it doesn't show interest at all, that's a red flag. You know it is over.
When both of you have no time for that relationship, you're not committed to each other, you never check on each other, like you don't care about the other person, that's when I think that's just a red flag to let you know that this relationship is not headed anywhere.
If you've dated someone for more than 5 years and they're not talking about marriage, they're not talking about, you know what, baby, what step can we make? That relationship is going nowhere.
Sugar and Spice on 94.4 Spice FM.